What's going on, guys? Big O here. In today's video, I want to go over my 5 rules on having a carefree mindset. So before we get into it, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that post notification bell so you guys get notified when I upload next. So let's get into it. So rule number 5 that I would have is to realize that it's more of a worry-free mindset rather than a carefree one. Because you have to be more worry-free so that you don't have to care about it as much. So, because if you're more or less worrying about something, you're more than likely going to care about it. Because it's going to always be on your mind. So if you are more or less going to worry about a certain situation, worry about how other people are going to treat you, worry about like what's going on in your life. You should worry about what's going on in your life, but certain things in your life that you can't control, you shouldn't exactly worry about it because those are things that is out of your control. So if you're more or less worrying about every single little thing that's going on, you're more than likely going to be less carefree. So have more of a worry-free mindset rather than to actually have that carefree mindset. So, yeah. Rule number 4 that I would have is to realize that it's not about caring. It's more or less not about worrying, as it kind of is already getting to that point where I'm actually kind of repeating it. But it is more about not worrying about things. Because if you're worrying about things, it's going to constantly be on your mind and you're going to constantly actually care about it because it's constantly going to go around and around in your mind and you're constantly going to have it come up and you're just going to go crazy over just worrying about it and you're going to constantly just care about every little detail that happened in that certain interaction that you had or that certain just like certain environment that you were in, stuff like that. If you just kind of stop worrying about every little thing that happens to you, you're more than likely just not going to care about it, and you're more than likely just going to push it to the side, be like, okay, cool, it happened, whatever. I shouldn't really exactly worry about it because it wasn't exactly in my control, so whatever. So yeah, have more of a worry-free mindset to get a carefree mindset, and it's not about not caring because there are certain things that you should care about, but it's more about not actually worrying about things. Now, rule number 3 is to realize that there are certain things that you should care about. Being carefree is not about not caring about things, it's more about caring about certain things. So those things are more or less about, in my opinion at least, more of an emotional attachment to certain people. So if you're wanting, let's say, family, relationship, marriage, stuff like that, that actually require that care, that you should actually care about those things, that's where that care comes from. You want to care about those certain things. But more or less how people, like what people are doing to treat, like how people are treating you in a certain situation, what kind of situation you're in, what's happening around you, what the other person is doing, like what another person is doing. Those are things that really shouldn't be something that you should care about. It's more or less something that they have to worry about themselves. You can easily point it out, but you shouldn't try to exactly worry about what's going on with another person. Point it, like at least point it out to them. Be like, hey, like let's say that somebody is doing something that you don't exactly want them to do in that certain situation. Point it out to them and be like, hey, like why are you doing that? Stuff like that. But it's not something that you have to really worry about and actually be like caring about. So it's more about not exactly worrying about those specific things and caring about specific things that actually matter. So have more of a worry-free mindset to have a carefree one, and not and so have more of a carefree worry-free mindset, not to get a carefree one. It's more about it's not about not caring, it's more about not worrying. There are certain things that you should care about. And rule number 2 that I would have is to allow yourself just to let go. Allow yourself to let go of what's going on in a certain situation. Let everything just kind of flow through with how it is. Because certain things is like you just can't exactly control what's happening in a certain situation. You can only just kind of observe it. So if you are allow yourself to let go, you can observe what's happening around you, and you can really kind of see exactly what's going on, so that you're not exactly caring about everything all at once. Because if you're caring about things all at once, you're more than likely going to really worry about it and just kind of not be as carefree as you would like. So if you let yourself let go and just kind of look at everything like all at once, and just kind of see exactly what's going on, you're going to be more in tune with how you should actually go about with that situation. So basically have more of that worry-free mindset to get that carefree one. It's not about not worrying about not caring. It's not about not caring about things. It's more about not worrying about it. There are certain things that you should care about. Again, relationships, marriage, stuff like that. You should always allow yourself just to let go. Now, rule number 1 that I would have is just to not attach your emotions to things. Because that's basically how you start to worry about things, is that you attach your emotion to a certain thing. If you feel angry about it, if you feel sad about a situation, if you feel just happy about a situation, certain things, it's fine to attach an emotion to it, but there are certain situations where you should not attach your emotion to it, because then you start to worry about it, and then you make very really bad decisions that are not exactly carefree. You're more likely just being reckless. So if you're more carefree, you're actually giving the opportunity to actually just kind of relax, let go, sit back, and be like, okay, and really think through of your next decision. So basically, realize that it's more of a worry-free mindset, not to get a carefree one. It's not about not caring, it's more about not worrying, because, of course, if you're going to worry about something, you're going to care about it. There are certain things that you should care about. Again, relationship, marriage, stuff like that. You have to allow yourself to actually let go of certain situations, since, not every situation is something that you can control 100% of the time. And don't attach your emotions to things. Because once you attach an emotion to something, you're more than likely going to start worrying about that situation, and you're going to actually care about it. So those are my 5 rules. If you guys have anything to add to that, or if you guys have a completely different list on your mind, go and leave it in the comments down below with any of those suggestions. You might help somebody else out. You might help out just in the community, stuff like that. So just go and leave your suggestion in the comments down below. Now, of course, that Name My YouTube Channel contest challenge, whatever you guys want to call it, is still going on. So if you guys want a chance to win a shout out in a future video of mine, go and leave a like. Not exactly. Go and leave a comment, but also smash that like button. But go and leave a comment with your suggestion in the comments down below. And of course, there will be one winner, and that one winner will get that shout out in the future video. So yeah, just put any suggestions, and that winner will get that shout out. And as always, I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you guys next time.